Hello everyone, I hope you all are fit and fine. Now in this session, we will be discussing about double column cash book. As in the previous session, we have studied what is cash book. Cash book means it is a book where all the transactions related to cash are recorded. So there are two types of cash book. First is single column, second is double column. So as we know, in single column we only record all the transactions related to cash. That means there will be only one column open which will be of cash column. Second is double column cash book. Here we will open bank as well as cash column. Now in double column cash book, there is an important point in the opening balance of bank. Bank balance can be overdraft as well. See, we have studied opening balance means whatever amount the businessman has at the beginning of the period of maintaining cash book, it is known as opening balance. So in single column cash book, when there was an opening balance for cash, we used to write that amount on debit side. Why? Because in debit side we record all the amount which has been received. Debit side is considered as receipt side and credit side is considered as payment side. So that is the amount which the businessman has at the beginning of the period of maintaining cash book. So that is why we record it on the credit side. But in case of bank balance overdraft, now what does overdraft means? Overdraft means when the deposit amount is less than withdrawal amount. Now, suppose you are having a deposit amount of 10,000 rupees and you have withdrawn from the bank amount of 12,000 rupees. So here, bank overdraft will be 2,000 rupees. So this is a condition of overdraft where the deposit amount is less than withdrawal amount, or we can say when the withdrawal amount exceeds the deposit amount. So bank overdraft is a liability. Liability means the company will have to pay this amount. So it will be considered as payment. That is why we will record it on the credit side. Now we will record it on credit side as by balance brought down, and the amount will be recorded on bank column. So here is the important thing, whenever you have the opening balance of bank as overdraft, you will record that amount on the credit side, because credit side is the payment side and bank overdraft is a liability. Liability means the company has to pay that amount. So that is why it is recorded as by balance brought down. By balance brought down is recorded on credit side. Now, one more important thing, cash balance can never be overdraft. Cash balance will be an opening balance in every condition. There will be no overdraft in cash balance. Now, here is how we will record when the opening balance of bank is given as overdraft. In the previous example, we have seen there was deposit amount of rupees 10,000 and withdrawal amount was 12,000. So 2,000 was the amount of bank overdraft. We will record it as by balance brought down on credit side, because bank overdraft is a liability. It is to be paid by the company. So we will record it as by balance brought down and the amount will be 2,000. It will be recorded on bank column. Now moving on to the topic contra entries. Now what are contra entries? Contra entries means those transactions which affects cash as well as bank simultaneously. So contra entries क्या है? वो transactions जो बैंक को भी affect करती है और cash को भी affect करती है. So there are two entries for contra entries. First is cash deposited into bank and second is cash withdrawn from the bank. Now first entry is cash deposited into bank. So journal entry for this transaction will be bank account debit to cash account. Amount will be 5,000. As we know, there is an increase in the balance of bank account, so we will debit the debit bank account with the amount 5,000, and cash is going from the business, so we will credit it with the amount 5,000. Now how will we post this entry in cash book? See, here we know whenever we post the entries from journal to cash or ledger, we post it on the opposite direction. So here bank account debit to cash. Cash is on credit side, so we will record it on debit side as to cash account. Bank is recorded on debit side, so we will record bank on credit side by bank account. Now cash has been there is an outflow of cash from the business, that means cash has been decreased, so we will record this amount on bank column because this cash has been transferred to bank, and in bank column we will record this amount on cash column. So this is what contra entry is. When you record the cash account, you will post the amount in bank column, and when you record the bank account, you will post that amount on cash column. And for this you have to write on LF column C. C means contra entry. So whenever there is contra entry, you have to mention that as by writing C on LF column. Now sometimes in the question this transaction is written as banked. That means whenever in the question it is given banked, it means cash deposited into bank. Now second is cash withdrawn from bank rupees 2,000. So journal entry for this transaction will be cash is withdrawn, which means cash is increased and cash is decreased from the bank account. So entry for this will be cash account debit to bank account. Now here we have to write, as we know here cash account is debited, so while posting the entry on cash book we will credit the cash account. So cash account will be credited here as by cash account, and this amount will be recorded on bank column 2,000. Now bank account is credited here, so we will debit bank account on debit side as to bank account, and this amount we will record on cash column, which is 2,000. And to know whether this entry is contra entry or not, we will indicate it as writing C on ledger folio column. So we will write C on LF column to show that this entry is a contra entry. So this is how contra entry passed in cash book. One more important thing, sometimes it is written in the question cash withdrawn from bank for office use. So whenever it is written as cash withdrawn from bank for office use, you will consider this entry as contra entry. There will be contra entry for this transaction. But sometimes in the question it can be asked cash withdrawn from bank rupees 2,000 for private use. So this transaction will be considered as drawings and there will be no contra entry for this transaction. So जब भी क्वेश्चन में कैश विड्रॉन फ्रॉम बैंक फॉर ऑफिस यूज मेंशन होगा यानी उस ट्रांजैक्शन में कॉन्ट्रा एंट्री होगी. बट अगर आपके पास क्वेश्चन में गिवन है कैश विड्रॉन फ्रॉम बैंक फॉर प्राइवेट यूज, सो प्राइवेट यूज इज ड्रॉइंग्स. सो ड्रॉइंग्स में कोई भी कॉन्ट्रा एंट्री आप पास नहीं करोगे. Here is the another condition which is checks received. So we will understand this condition with an example. Now example is a check of rupees 5,000 is received on 1st January 2016 from Mohan. Now in this transaction there can be two conditions. First is the check which we have received from Mohan is deposited into the bank on the same date. That means it is deposited into the bank on 1st January 2016. So in this condition, journal entry will be deposited into bank. Now check which we have received from Mohan, which we have deposited into bank. So entry will be bank account debit because the amount is increased in the bank and we have received the check from Mohan. So we will credit Mohan's account. So in cash book, we will write this transaction as to Mohan account. Why? because we are receiving the check from Mohan, and whatever the amount or check we are receiving, it is recorded on receipt side. That means we will record to Mohan account on debit side, and the amount will be shown on bank column. Now, second condition is the check which we have received from Mohan on 1st January 2016 is deposited into bank on 4th January 2016. 1st जनवरी को मोहन से चेक रिसीव किया है, लेकिन उसको बैंक में कब डिपॉजिट किया है? 4th जनवरी को. सो 1st जनवरी 2016 को there will be no entry recorded in कैश बुक, क्योंकि 1st तारीख को कैश रिसीव हुआ है, लेकिन वो कैश बैंक में डिपॉजिट नहीं हो रहा है. दैट मीन्स that transaction is not affecting cash as well as bank. So in this case the entry will be checks in hand account debit to Mohan. तो जब तक चेक को हमने बैंक में नहीं लगाया है, बैंक में डिपॉजिट नहीं किया है, it will be considered as checks in hand. So this check we have received from Mohan, that is why it is debited, and Mohan's account is credited because Mohan is giving that amount in the form of check. Now, on 4th January 2016, the entry will be passed and this entry will be recorded. Now, the entry on 4th January 2016 will be the check we have received from Mohan is deposited into bank. That means now this amount is deposited into bank. So, bank account will be debited to checks in hand. That means the check which we have in hand, now it is deposited into bank. So entry for this will be bank account debit to checks in hand, and the amount will be 5,000. So this is how the transaction is supposed to be recorded. So these were some basic concepts before recording the transaction on bank and cash column. So here is a question of cash book based on double column. This is question number 5 of NCERT, page number 154. Now this is the format of cash book of double column, where on debit side there is date, particulars, LF, cash and bank column, and on credit side date, particulars, LF, cash and bank column. Now, according to the question, first transaction is started business with cash rupees 1,20,000. Now, business has been started with cash. That means cash has been brought into the business and it is considered as capital for the business. So, cash is coming in the business. That means it is a receipt for the business. So, we will record it as to capital account because this cash is received in the form of capital for the business, and the amount will be recorded on cash column. So amount is 1,20,000. Now in the second transaction it is given cash paid into the bank. Now this transaction is affecting cash as well as bank account. So this is a contra entry. So we will pass this entry as bank account debit to cash. So cash is on credit side, so we will record it on debit side by posting it into the cash book. So to cash account, and we will record this amount in bank column 50,000. Date is 3rd December. On the same date, we will record it as by bank account because bank was debited in the entry. So here it will be credited. And the amount will be recorded on cash column, which is 50,000. Now, third transaction is purchased goods from Sushmita. Now, this entry will not be recorded because goods has been purchased from Sushmita. It is not mentioned in the question whether these goods have been purchased on cash or credit. So, we will assume that these goods is purchased from Sushmita on credit, and credit transactions are not recorded in cash book. Now, fourth transaction is sold goods to Dinkar and received a check 20,000. Here goods have been sold to Dinkar and we have received a check from Dinkar. But in the next date, which is 14th December, it is given checks received on December 6, 2016 deposited into bank, which means what the check we are receiving from Dinkar is deposited into bank on 14th of December. So we will assume that we have received the check from Dinkar in the form of cash. So we have received the check, it will be recorded on receipt side and we will record it as to Dinkar account, and this amount will be recorded on cash column. Why cash column? Because we have received the check from Dinkar and this check has been deposited in the bank on 14th December. So till then it is considered as cash because this check can be endorsed. चेक जो मिलता है किसी भी कस्टमर से वो चेक इंडोर्स हो जाता है किसी और को भी, सो हम उसको क्या लेट करते हैं, कैश लेट करते हैं. सो दैट इज व्हाई वी विल रिकॉर्ड इट ऑन कैश कॉलम एंड द डेट फॉर दिस ट्रांजैक्शन इज December 6. Now next transaction is paid to Sushmita cash. Now we are paying cash to Sushmita, so it is a payment. We will record it on credit side by Sushmita and the date is 10th December. Amount will be recorded on cash column 20,000. Now next entry is on 14th December, check received on December 6 deposited into bank. Now here check is deposited into bank, again a contra entry, again a contra entry. So we will write it on 14th December, check deposited into bank, bank account debit to cash account. So we will record cash account on receipt side and this amount will be recorded on bank column. Amount was 20,000. It is a contra entry, so we will represent it as C on LF column. On same date, December 14, we will record by bank account and this amount we will record it on bank cash column 20,000. Now on 18th December, sold goods to Rani. So here goods have been sold to Rani, but it is not mentioned in the question whether these goods have been sold on cash. So we will assume that these goods have been sold to Rani on credit. So we will not record this entry. On 20th December, entry transaction is cartage paid in cash. Now cartage is an expense. We have paid cartage in cash. So payment is recorded on credit side. So we will write it here as by cartage and date is 20 December. Amount will be 500 on cash column. On 22nd December, transaction is received cash from Rani. So here we are receiving cash from Rani. That means it will be recorded on receipt side to Rani, December 22, and we will record this amount on cash column 12,000. Next transaction is commission received 5,000. So on 27th December, we are receiving a commission of 5,000. So here we will write to commission. Amount is 5,000. On 30th December, transaction is withdrew cash for personal use. Now withdrawing cash means it is a drawings. So we are withdrawing cash, that means we will record it on payment side by drawings December 30 and it will be recorded on cash column. So now we will add the cash column of both the side and we will find out which side is having a greater value. So by adding all these values on cash column, we will get 1,57,000. Now here this side has a greater value, so we will record 1,57,000 on both sides. So here also we will write 57,000. And on bank column, we know that debit side is having a greater value of 70,000. So we will record the 70,000 on credit side also of bank column. Now, in credit side of cash column, there will be a balancing figure. So we will write it as by balance carried down. And the balance is carried down at the end of the month. So we will record the date as 31st December. So the amount required to balance this column is 64,500. And here the full amount is balanced, which is 70,000. So this is how we are supposed to solve the question based on cash book of double column, that is cash and bank column. So in the next session, we'll come up with some more topics. That's all for today. Thank you.